on U.S. policy toward Taiwan.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
.32 here at your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO, KGLOAM.com. As each and every Wednesday at this time, we try to catch up with Pete Hjelmstad with the Iowa Department of Transportation. That's exactly what we're doing. We're streaming online live, if I could say it, at the KGLO News Facebook page. Pete, good morning.
Good morning, Bob.
Well, we're moving into, getting near to the Memorial Day weekend, and as we talked about kind of in the news here a couple of moments ago, people are still going to be traveling on the roads, and people still need to probably remember that the traveling on those roads, they just need to use some common sense, don't they?
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. And a lot of common sense comes from awareness. So we really stress that you take a look at the 511ia.org app or the website or both, and just be aware of where you're going and what you might end up running into that could delay your trip, so you're ready. Some of these projects, some of the smaller ones, we do everything we can to have traffic control off the road, like on interstates during Memorial Day weekend. But obviously, a lot of these projects, that's not possible. So we do what we can to try to help traffic on this busy holiday coming up. But we also, like you mentioned, expect people to use common sense and smart driving skills and be safe.
And even though it's a holiday weekend coming up, next weekend, obviously not this coming weekend, but those road construction zones are going to be there still, even though it is still a holiday weekend, and people still need to be smart and safe.
Yeah, exactly. And we've kind of joked about it before, but we have winter and road construction in the Midwest, and it's a perfect example of it. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. In the winter, you could get a storm. In the spring, summer, and fall, you can be dealing with road construction. So yes, they do need to be aware of it. And again, awareness is so important. So map out your trip. Check the 511 app. You can do it for other states as well, and be ready for what you can run into.
And you can easily click on those specific things on there. I mean, it just brings up a whole bunch of information that can be useful.
Yeah, it is at the point sometimes where it's almost information overload. I tell people, just go on there and just play with it. You're not going to break it. Go on there and just start punching buttons, start clicking on things and seeing what is out there, what it has to offer. In some of the larger areas, we have traffic cameras up. We have traffic cameras available for the 122 project right now that people can click on and take a look and see how traffic is flowing through the area. So there's just an incredible amount of information on the website and the app.
Good segue into the Highway 122 project there by Mercy, and just talk about get us up to date on that as that is moving along.
Yeah, that's moving along. The big thing, we are in head-to-head traffic now in the westbound lanes as we reconstruct the eastbound lanes. We should have Monroe back open to traffic by the end of May. So that's good news if the weather allows us to do that. Otherwise, we're doing storm sewer work. We're doing some dirt work, some electrical work for the traffic signals. So a lot's happening down there, even though there's no new concrete going in yet, except for at the Monroe intersection. There's a lot of work going on that we need to do before we get to that point.
I assume the signals are going to go up before that opens up?
I believe so, yes. They will. We will need to get those up so that traffic can get through there safely, yes.
I still can't get used to no signals being at that intersection right now. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, coming underneath, coming from Mercy, going back east, going under the railroads, just, you look up and you're like, there's something wrong here.
I drove through there Tuesday. Monday. And I had the same thought. I had the exact same thought. It's just bizarre how removing traffic signals can make things look so different.
Highway 65 project on the south side of Mason City. Any update on that?
Yep, still moving ahead. We are hoping to start doing some paving north of the railroad tracks shortly after Memorial Day. One other note with that is we are going to be putting sod down on some of the areas that we did the reconstruction in last year, so north of 19th Street. That should be happening next week is what we're looking at for that. So there'll probably be a lane closure along there, the outside lane, while they're putting the sod down. So that'll be nice to get that in as well early in the year. We need to get that done either in the spring or in the fall. That's our best opportunity for the sod to take and be successful.
Get us up to date on other projects throughout the area.
All right. Well, one that will affect a lot of people is the US 65 bridge replacement south of Rockwell. That is now going to close on the 26th of May. The contractor will be in the day after Memorial Day to remove that bridge and start building the new bridge. We hope to have that back open by mid-August. Highway 9 from 218, where it turns south to Floyd over to Riceville, we are going to be resurfacing that stretch of road. We're going to be adding a turn lane also at 218 for right turning traffic, so eastbound to southbound traffic. And that project is scheduled to start today. So in that stretch of road from now until later this fall, you're going to be seeing pilot car and flaggers. So be aware of that if you travel through the area. In Osage, we are finishing up a project that we started last year. We should finish the asphalt on 218 north of 9 to about the north city limits of Osage. Should finish that up today. Still some small work to do as far as work around the storm sewer intakes and things like that, but we should be out of there in a couple of weeks. The reconstruction of I-35 down in the Sheffield area, pavement removals are taking place in the northbound lanes. We hope to start paving down there sometime in early July. We have some work going on also on the interstate. I believe they started in the Clear Lake area yesterday. One of the safety measures that we have implemented over the past couple of years is improving our paint lines. We are putting down 6-inch paint lines compared to what used to be 4-inch paint lines. And on the interstate, we're putting down multi-component paint lines, which if you've been down in the Ames or Des Moines area, you've seen them where it's the white and then black paint lines that make it easier to see. While they're doing that work up in our area now, they've started and they will be working from the Minnesota border down to approximately where the reconstruction project is going on by the Thornton Sheffield area. So you'll be seeing painting going on there. They should be done hopefully by the end of the month. I like to mention that the name of the company that's doing the painting, Sir Lines a Lot. That is literally the name of the company. Yes, they are out of Edina, Minnesota, and they are a very large line painting company. And one of our construction techs taught me or showed me the name of that the other day, and I don't know, it just stuck with me. I thought that was pretty outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, that's a uniquely named company.
It is.
If somebody sees one of their trucks and it has it, we would more than welcome a picture of that. So
yeah, no, I have not seen it, but yeah, like I said, I just figured I had to throw that in.
Yeah, you did.
Also, US 18 over in the Algona Sexton area, we are finishing up the paving. We're putting down the final lift of asphalt on that, and they're still working on the turn lanes, at 160th and 140th. That's just outside of Algona, just to the east of Algona. And then US 18 in Garner, we are working on the driveways, the transition area between the new paved shoulders and the driveways. We're doing some paving in there, doing some trail work. The railroad is going to be in there changing out the signals at the crossing. So that will still be going on for a few more weeks. And then a project that's going to start tomorrow on the northbound railroad bridge over on I-35 by Clear Lake. We have a little repair to do on one of the bridges. So that is scheduled to start tomorrow and should be done by early June. I think I got everything.
Just about to say, there's a lot going on, obviously, but we should expect that as we, approach mid-May, the Memorial Day part of the calendar. And once again, we encourage people to go to the website or get the app and follow along on those projects in case they're planning on some travel in any part of the state of Iowa. So
that is correct. And I did miss too,
okay,
over on the Avenue of the Saints, we're doing the paved shoulders between Rudd and Floyd. They were finishing up the paved shoulders yesterday. They still have to do work with the shoulders, the gravel shoulders. They have to repaint the edge line, the center line, cut rumble strips. So there's still a few things to do, but they should be done by the middle of June. So they are also still working on the cross stitching repair. I believe we talked about that with using the dowel bars to seal up some of the cracks, and they're in the rut area right now. So that should wrap things up.
All right. Well, we will let you go and hopefully talk to you in the near future once again.
I will be here.
All right. Sounds good, Pete. We appreciate it, and have a good one.
All right. You too, Bob.
All right. Thanks. Pete Hjelmstad with the Iowa Department of Transportation here on your hometown news station, AM 1300.